So when you're trying to name binary molecular compounds, how do you know you're a binary molecular compound? Again, binary means there's two elements, but molecular means that you have a nonmetal that is binding with another nonmetal, and they usually do this through covalent bonding. So naming binary molecular compounds is fairly simple. The ending of the second nonmetal gets changed to "ide", just like in naming binary ionic compounds. The difference is the first nonmetal is also named and its ending isn't changed. The second point is that you have to indicate in the name how many of each are present. So you have to use these Greek prefixes, mono for one, di for two, etc. You exclude the mono prefix for the first element only. But if there's more than one of the first element, that has to be included in the name. So for example, CO, carbon and oxygen, will be named when it forms this binary molecular compound carbon monoxide. Again, ending changed to "ide", the mono is excluded from the carbon. And O2 is nitrogen dioxide. So that di is there because there are two oxygens. On the other hand, N2O4 is written as dinitrogen, di because there's two, tetroxide. Tet is the four because there's four oxygens. Make a note that the final A or O of the Greek numeric prefix is removed if the element name begins with an A or O. So it's not tetraoxide. That A has to be removed, and it is tetroxide. So, similarly, when you're writing the chemical formula from the binary molecular name, first you write the first nonmetal, so phosphorus, P, and there's two of them there, so you have to indicate two. And then oxide is the ion of oxygen, and there's five there, so you write the five. So P2O5 is the chemical formula of diphosphorus pentoxide. Dinitrogen trioxide, N2O3. Again, the 2 refers to the di by the nitrogen, the 3 to the tri by the oxygen. There are some exceptions in naming binary molecular compounds, and you need to know these common names. For example, H2O is not dihydrogen monoxide, it's water. NH3 is ammonia. C2H6O6 is glucose. C12H2211 is sucrose, and more information will come to you in biology in terms of naming these carbohydrates. Some organic compounds you need to know the name of are methane, propane, and ethanol. And again, more information about these nomenclature rules will come to you in grade 12 when you're learning organic nomenclature. There are some diatomic molecules that you need to be aware of. These are molecular elements, namely hydrogen gas, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, and iodine. Diatomic means that there are two of each of these atoms within these molecular elements. You do not include the di in front of their name, so Br2 is simply bromine, and you indicate that it's state, either it's a liquid, for L, G is gas, and S's are solids. As well, if you have a molecular compound where hydrogen is the first element, you do not include the prefixes mono, di, tri, and more information will come in the next slide on acid bases.